Imagine looking into the eyes of someone who says they love you and watching them calmly observe your panic. You're hours away from the most important exam of your career. Your laptop, your notes, your projects, your entire future is gone. They're smiling. They're snickering. And they know exactly where it is. What happened next wasn't a prank. It was control. Today, we're looking at the dark side of petty revenge and the terrifying moment. A joke turns into psychological sabotage. I met Sarah 3 years ago. She was vibrant, confident, quick-witted. But she had this quiet habit, a tit-for-tat mindset that I mistook for strength. If I forgot the dishes, she'd forget my mail. If I was late picking her up, she'd be late next time. On purpose. Petty, yes. Relationship ending, not yet. But last Tuesday, something shifted. Sarah couldn't find her favorite vintage hat, and instead of assuming she'd misplaced it, she decided I must have lost it during our move. Fast forward to the night before my final architectural certification exam. The exam that would determine whether years of study meant anything. I reached for my laptop. It wasn't there. I checked my bag. Empty. The desk. Nothing. For 3 hours, I tore the apartment apart. Closets, kitchen, laundry basket. Sarah sat on the couch, scrolling, occasionally saying, "Maybe you're just disorganized, honey." That's when something started to feel wrong. She wasn't worried. She wasn't helping. She was watching. When someone provokes you during a high-stress moment, something subtle happens. You look irrational, panicked, unstable. Meanwhile, they stay calm, composed, reasonable. This is a manipulation tactic. It flips the narrative. You become the chaotic one. They become the stable one. It's a quiet power move. It's a quiet power move. By midnight, I wasn't just stressed. I was shaking. That's when I noticed her expression. Smug, amused. I asked her directly, "Did you move it?" She laughed. "Why would I do that?" Then she said, "Maybe check the storage closet. The one you were so careless with when you lost my hat." A had already checked that closet 3 times, but I ran to it again. And there it was, placed neatly on top of a jacket I had just moved. She planted it while I was searching. This wasn't coincidence. It was deliberate. There's a term for this kind of behavior: malicious playfulness. It looks like humor, but it's not about laughter. It's about dominance. When someone gambles with your education, your career, your future, just to get even. It's no longer about fairness. It's about control. It's about proving they can destabilize you whenever they want. I felt cold, and I found her hat, by the way, exactly where I said it would be, inside her suitcase. When I showed her both the laptop and the hat, she didn't apologize. She snickered. Now you know how it feels to lose something important. Listen carefully to that logic. A misplaced hat is an inconvenience. A missing laptop before finals is a life-altering crisis. But in her mind, they were equal. That's not ignorance. That's indifference. She understood pain. She just didn't care about the scale of mine. That's a lack of cognitive empathy. I stayed up all night. I passed the exam on adrenaline. And the next afternoon, I packed my bags. She said I was dramatic. that I was overreacting over a joke. But here's what I realized as I walked out. People who love you want to see you succeed. People who control you want to see you scramble. Life lesson 1. A partner who sabotages your success is not a partner. They're an anchor. Life lesson 2. Pay attention to how someone behaves during your crisis. That's when their real character appears. Life lesson 3. It was just a joke. It's often the shield of someone who knows they crossed a line. Now I want to ask you something. If this happened to you, would you have stayed? Or would you have walked away sooner? Tell me in the comments.